Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
She pull the strings like Geppetto. Baby, call the shots like Beretta. Don't you dare invade the space, you overzealous. Don't get in the way, you could get ugly down the tunnel. Dodging all these bozos and they get up. Dodging all these bozos need a medal. Listen carefully to what I gotta tell ya. They think that you something special, you something better. Every time she takes a stride, you gotta look. When she gives a look, they raise their eyebrows like the Brahma bull. The people's choice right on the center pedestal. Make sure that when she's right, it's always legible. Make sure you mark her words, everything's credible. The editor, the Langston use of all my better views. She deserves it all and then some extra too. Flying up to jump out the sky without parachute. Please, babe, for you I get on my knees and I plead, babe. These days, they don't make them like you anymore these days. No need to question, she check her credentials. Moves in silence, keeps it confidential. Every mistake that is made upon the revels. But don't you dare inspire you something better. She pull the strings like Geppetto. Baby, call the shots like Beretta. Don't you dare invade the space, you overzealous. Don't get in the way, you could get ugly down the tunnel. Dodging all these bozos and they get up. Dodging all these bozos need a medal. Listen carefully to what I gotta tell ya. They think that you something special, you something better. Everything they throw your way, you seen before. And every thought they had about you, make sure that it's premature. The person in the mirror is who you do it for. But in the process of going up, you better prove them wrong. You do it all, you have no time to take a pause. Certain intangibles, you got set you apart. Fuck niggas didn't fit in, it wasn't your fault. The anyone who got involved going through withdrawals. Please, babe, hop on the scene and kill that shit with ease, babe. A breeze, babe, a breeze, babe. Anyone opposing you gon' see the feet, babe. The highest tier, this girl is tough as leather. Crew of the crop, there is no real competitor. What a gift it is to finally feel your presence. And I'm convinced that there is nothing better. She pull the strings like Geppetto. Baby, call the shots like Beretta. Don't you dare invade the space, you overzealous. Don't get in the way, you could get ugly down the tunnel. Dodging all these bozos and they get up. Dodging all these bozos need a medal. Listen carefully to what I gotta tell ya. They think that you something special, you something better.
These days. Oh, shoot. The lights going out. What is going on? Holy, quit laughing. That's the problem. You laugh too doggone much. Hold on, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. There you go. Hi. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. See, it ain't that funny. He made sure he did that, miss. What's goody?
What up, though?
What up, dog? It is Peachy Talks edition, baby. Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate it. So, I got a little FYI to tell y'all. That's not what I want to tell y'all. But look at my fingers. So, first of all, I went and got my nails done Wednesday. And by the time he got done with the third nail, I said, oh, shoot, they green. I forgot to tell him not green because I use a green screen. So, but it's all good. It's all good. But there's a couple things I got to tell them. First of all, I'm fasting, y'all. I am fasting. I'm doing a 21-day fast. I will not be drinking. So, y'all gonna see the Kool-Aid. You can always tell the ones that don't drink. You can always tell the ones that don't drink a drink. Okay? But I sure miss my drink, y'all. But y'all, for 21 days, y'all will be able to, let me say this. For the ones that be like, she drinking. That's probably why she's so funny. Oh, that's probably why she be talking and acting like that. Nah, baby, it's all me. It is all me. Mm-hmm. And y'all finna see for the next 21 days. See? Ain't this all me? It don't matter if I drink or if I don't drink. We still gonna have a good time.
That drink can turn her up, though.
It does. It really does. Anyways, the second thing I want to tell y'all, because we got a show tonight, baby. You want to see her
sweating. You want to be hot. You want to see the fan.
Okay,
y'all know.
We need a fan. That is not why I be needing no fan. No, it is not. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay. Anyways, Chewy ran away. It ain't funny. Let me tell y'all, I let Chewy out. First of all, we always have a debate on we should let Chewy out on the leash. But when it get dark outside, nighttime, I'm not gonna go out there. And it's cold. Baby, Chewy said, you know what? This is my last day as a Davis. Screw y'all. I'm out. He was gone.
He found a new home.
He was gone.
I don't know whose house he was at.
I'm outside. Chewy. And if this is your first time watching, Chewy is our dog that we have had since September 6th. Since September 6th. And he's still a baby too. So he like very, very wild. So I'm outside. I'm like, Chewy. Chewy ain't coming back. Who like, I know where he is. He in the backyard with them other 2 pit bulls. Okay, so next door, they be breeding dogs. But they done right now. So they just got the 2 pit bulls. Well, they love Chewy. Those are Chewy's friends. So Chewy goes over there to visit them, okay? So Poolie went in the backyard because I ain't going to the backyard. Poolie goes to the backyard. He come back. I don't see Chewy. He's like, he wasn't out there. I'm like, he wasn't out there.
They wasn't out there either.
Here come Kirsten. Where's Chewy? I said, girl, Chewy gone. By the time I turned around, Poolie gone. Poolie got in the car, driving up and down the street, did not see Chewy nowhere. So I go outside, and I'm like, okay, so here come Poolie. I'm like, girl, he might have Chewy. Poolie gets out of the car. I'm like, where's Chewy? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, what you mean you don't know? He's like, I ain't see him. I drove up, down, around. I ain't see him. Then Poolie says, come on, let's go in the house. I'm like, what you mean, let's go in the house? He'll come back home. I said, give me them keys. I had nothing. I had my phone. I had nothing. I got in my car. I'm like, I be damn. Explicit language, and allegedly, but this ain't allegedly. I said, I be damned if I tell Trey that we have lost or killed another one of his animals. The first one was a rabbit, and the rabbit died. Okay, while he was over to my mama's house, Mama Peach house. This time, I'm like, no, we will not tell Trey that Chewy has ran away from home. I'm up and down the street looking for him. Finally, I see Chewy way, way down the street. Somebody must have heard me saying Chewy, so they done stopped and pulled over on the side. They talking to Chewy. I turned that corner. Chewy looked at my car. I promise y'all, you would have thought Chewy was 16 years old and was over to some girl house. And he just saw me and took off running. When I tell you, Chewy was running so fast. And he went in these people, he was in the people's yard. So he ran to go in back of their house, not knowing that these folks had a fence. So he couldn't get in the fence. So he had to turn around and come back. I done parked in the people's driveway. Nervous as hell. I ain't got nothing on me. I'm like, what if these folks think I'm trying to break in their house? Something. Chewy done went all the way to that door. Just like this. I'm like, come on, Chewy. Come on, Chewy. Then all of a sudden, the woman that was talking to Chewy, she yelling. It was a pit bull. He was by with a pit bull walking. Baby, that's all she had to say. You think I was getting out that car? I'm like, come on, Chewy. Chewy just up against their door. Like this. Just staring dead at me. I had to holler down the street. I said, man, where the pit bull at? She was like, oh, the pit bull down, he gone. I said, okay. I said, can you stand right there? Stay right there while I get my dog. And she was like, okay. I guess I'm walking very slow. Because I'm like, if Chewy take off running, I'm not finna run after his ass. That's what I ain't gonna do. I get up there, close to Chewy. I'm like, come on, Chewy. Chewy study bagging up. And he can't go nowhere because he already on the doggone dog. I walk up to him. I just grabbed him. And I'm like, Lord, please don't let him run off. Please don't let him run. I grabbed him, brought him in the car. Get home. Poolie outside waiting on me. It's dark. This is like, 30 minutes ago? Poolie outside waiting on me. I pull on in. I already knew Poolie was mad. I knew Poolie was mad. Oh, I knew Poolie was so bad. So, y'all, I'm telling y'all, as soon as I pulled the driveway, the first thing I did was roll down my window. Poolie, I got him. He was like, got who? I said, Chewy. He was like, where? I said, he in the car.
Man,
and I'm like, he was down the street, Poolie. He was over to somebody else's house. That's the thing I know. Poolie started walking towards the car. I'm like, he was over there, and I went out there and I grabbed him. Poolie was like, Tania, get out the car. And Poolie walked right on over there to Chewy's side. Opened that door. Chewy was like, I'm not finna get out with you. He finally got him to get out, brought him in the house, and he is now home in his kennel box on punishment. Bad Chewy. Sorry. Chewy made me so bad I didn't know what to do. Okay, y'all. We finna get started. First, I must say, rest in peace. Rest in peace to those 3 boys, the 3 men, in Detroit. Yes, rest in peace. If you all been following this story like I have, or at least similar to what I've been doing, you will know that they have found the bodies. They have identified the bodies as of today. It's a lot of people that don't know what I'm talking about right now, but don't worry, I'm gonna catch y'all all the way up, okay? From the beginning to the end. Now, also, the mom was supposed to come on tonight. Armani's mom, which is Marley Wu, aka, which is the light-skinned boy. Do I have a picture of them? I do have one. I just got to pull it up. But his mom, her name is Lori Kemp. She was supposed to come on tonight. But I talked to her this morning. Literally, we talked this morning. We talked last night and we talked this morning. Would it be this morning? Yeah. No. Yesterday morning.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday morning. So I talked to her yesterday morning. We talked about everything. She was willing to come on the show and stuff. We talked about some more things that I will not be able to discuss with y'all But a lot of the stuff that she told me over the phone, I will be able to discuss with you guys. So these are the 3 men. Rest in peace to all 3. Again, Armani is the guy, the light-skinned guy that you guys see. His mom was the one that's actually supposed to be on the show tonight. Like I said, I talked to her yesterday morning. She was willing to come. And yesterday evening was when I found the bodies. So, of course, I didn't expect her to come. But I did reach out to her to give my condolences and everything. She did not write me back or anything like that. And of course, So again, my prayers, my hearts, everything goes out to not just her, but to the other mothers of the other 2. Their family, their friends.
And their dads.
And their dads, exactly. And their dads. Okay. So I'm going to be covering this story tonight. And I will be showing a couple more clips on tomorrow. Okay. On tomorrow. So let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. We have an update. Tyre Granny says she got something to say. Tyre Nichols. I will not be showing any more clips of Tyre Nichols if it has anything to do with the beating, because it's not doing well on YouTube. Okay, so let's get into our update. This is something very interesting. She said some things that really touched my heart, so I want y'all to hear it. Here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus.
Women are tired of these people, these men that we birthed in the world, killing our babies for nothing.
In a Channel 2 Action News exclusive, we're hearing from the grandmother of Tyre Nichols. She lives here in Metro Atlanta now, and this is the first time she's speaking out since her grandson's death. Channel 2's Audrey Washington live in Midtown Atlanta. And Audrey, the grandmother told you she can't bear to even watch that police body cam video.
Right, she still has not seen that video in its entirety, only short clips on the news. But she told me today that she is coming forward for the first time because she wants people to know exactly who her son Tyre, her grandson Tyre, was.
It said to grandma from Ty, age 13.
This is all Miss Johnny LaRae Honeycutt has left, memories and old pictures of her grandson, Tyre Nichols. She says at times, the grief is overwhelming.
I'm sorry.
In January, 29-year-old Tyre Nichols died after Memphis police officers beat him during a traffic stop. Following the release of the police body cam video, and after officials charged 5 officers involved with murder, protests broke out across the nation and here in Metro Atlanta. Ms. Honeycutt says she can't bear to watch the entire video. She's only seen one still image.
You can tell when that child is worried and he was scared. I looked in his eye and I saw what he was saying without him saying a word. Help me. What did I do?
Thursday, inside her Metro Atlanta home, I asked Ms. Honeycutt what message she had for the officers seen in the video.
Killing our babies for nothing. My baby was a skateboarder. He worked at FedEx. He had the best mother and stepfather in the world. Why would you want to do that to him?
Next, Tyre Nichols' grandmother plans to turn her pain into purpose. She wants other grandparents of grandchildren who died during similar police interactions to take their heartbreak and voices to lawmakers in Washington.
We need to come down on Washington, D.C.
As for what she wants to say to her grandson,
you know you got a family that loves you and everything is going to be just fine. You don't have to worry about these people here anymore.
I thought y'all could see us. That was Granny. Granny ain't too happy. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her at
Not at all.
She's talking real. You know, a lot of us mothers and fathers, you know, we are both tired of them killing our kids. But you know what else we tired of? We tired of our own. Whether you're a police officer or whether you somebody down the street. We tired of the killing, period. Period. Baby, he just made a noise. Bully is on Chewy. Do you hear me? Chewy better not do nothing for the rest of the night.
No. Better not make a noise.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. For those that just came in, we just told them a whole story about how Chewy tried to run away. Our dog. Like an hour ago now. But anyways, y'all, let's just continue to pray. Let's continue to pray.
Yes.
Yes. For this family. Just because this is what's going on right now, as far as the public knowing we all supporting them and all that, it's still not gonna stop them from feeling the way that they're feeling, which is probably lost right about now.
Hurt. Lost.
Yes, all the above.
You can name a bunch of stuff they can be right now.
Yeah. So we just gonna keep praying. That's all we could do. Keep praying for them. Okay. So okay, here we go. Audrey, what you laughing at? That must have been she must be laughing about Chewy. I'm sure she's laughing about Chewy. I'm sure. Don't worry. She laughing about Chewy. Hey, BG. BG. Hold on. Hold out. Shout out to BG. Shout out to BG. Shout out to BG. No, my nails is not black. They are green.
They black.
They green.
Well,
but I got a green screen. Anyway, BG, baby, I got you today. I got you. And I said I'm going to save it for Love and Relationships Night, which is Peachy Talks. BG, don't blame me. Don't blame when we play it. Don't blame me. You blame BG. BG said, could you please cover this story? I want you to cover this story. I said, I got you, girl. Bank of America. That's all I'm going to say, Bank of America. So y'all stick around for Bank of America. I have put the Peachy Tea Time link, the Uber. I have put it in YouTube, okay? So anybody that's watching in YouTube, if you would like to come up and join us tonight, feel free. And I will be putting it in the YouTube chat. I mean, the Facebook chat just as well. So if anybody want to pull up on us tonight, feel free to do that. Okay. Just make sure you know what you're talking about when you come up here. Okay. Don't come up here talking about some Whitney Houston and we ain't covering Whitney Houston. Okay. All right. Now that we got that clear.
Okay.
We gotta make it clear because you know. Well, you might not know, but anybody, you know who pulled up on me and look what happened. Yeah. Just chaos. Okay, let's get started, y'all. There's a couple things I want to show y'all before we get into the Detroit story. The Detroit story. Again, my heart goes out to the moms. Lori, my heart goes out to you if you're watching. The other moms, I do not know the other moms, but I did have the pleasure of speaking with Lori which is Armani's mom. My heart goes out to you. It goes out to you. Again, she was supposed to come on the show tonight, but like I said, once they found the boys, it was the same day that I talked to her. So hopefully one day in the future she'll come on. Okay? So let's get started, y'all. We're gonna get started with something that's funny. I'm just gonna say it, something that's funny. Wings, wings, wangs. Here we go.
A former South Suburban school lunch lady is now facing criminal charges accused of stealing more than $1 million worth of chicken wings.
WGN's Andrea Medina has that story from Harvey. This went on for about a year and a half. What the school worker allegedly did with a large amount of chicken wings is still unknown, but she's in custody at the Cook County Jail and is accused of placing unauthorized purchases separately from the district's legitimate orders. 66-year-old Vera Liddell is a former Harvey School District 152 employee. She's at the center of a major theft scheme that brewed during the COVID-19 pandemic when students weren't allowed in the classroom. Liddell worked for Harvey Schools for more than a decade. She was a food services director, but after her tenure, she was hired as a consultant in July 2020. In that role, she was in charge of placing food orders. Between July 2020 to February 2022, Cook County prosecutors allege she used her position to embezzle $1.5 million from the school district. Court documents accuse Liddell of ordering more than 11,000 cases of chicken wings from the district's food provider, Gordon Food Service, GFS, and picking them up with the district's cargo van. At this time, it's not clear what Liddell did with them, but a proffer presented at her bond hearing last week says the food was never brought to the school or provided to the students. It goes on to say even though the children were learning remotely, the school district continued to provide meals for the students that their families could pick up. The scheme was uncovered January 2022 by the district's business manager during a mid-year audit. The manager found the district was $3,000 over its budget and were only halfway through the school year. Court records revealed the manager discovered individual invoices signed by Liddell for massive quantities of chicken wings, an item never served to students because they contain bones. Parents say it's upsetting to know someone may have selfishly taken the funds intended to nourish students.
This is the area that we live in. We live in middle class, lower than middle class in this area. So it really don't surprise me that somebody would try to get over, but it's kind of sad.
Others claim it's not surprising to know a trusted person in their community would do such thing, but they're hoping the district enforces effective oversight over the financial activities of the district.
I just feel that the people that was watching over that money or whose jobs it was, they need to be looked at because that shouldn't happen.
The Harvey superintendent is aware of the charges but declined to speak on camera or give a comment because it is an ongoing investigation. Liddell's next court date is February 22nd. Reporting in Harvey, Andrea Medina.
Man, go back.
If y'all don't set Sister Liddell free right now.
What?
Sister Liddell.
What?
Y'all gonna think I'm playing, but I think I remember.
What?
I think I remember hearing that somebody was selling chicken wings during the pandemic.
What?
Somebody was selling cases of chicken wings.
That's where shortage came from. Y'all remember when we had the chicken wing shortage?
And then next thing you know, our chicken wings
can't buy nothing but thighs.
Hold on. Our chicken wings went from this size to this size. Yeah. The chicken wings were so big. They was huge. You get a 5-pound chicken bag from Walmart. 5 pounds. I'll even say 10 pounds. Let's say 10 pounds. You buy a 10-pound bag of chicken wing dings. Let's talk the wing dings now. I'm telling you, back then you was only getting probably about 5 pieces. Look, I was just saying, hell yeah. You was only get about 5 pieces. You got to get about 10 bags to feed your family.
Man, wait a minute, though. I missed it.
What you missed?
It said
11,000 cases.
Okay, that's what I missed.
Oh, okay,
cases. So I don't know how
many
wings in a case.
Wing dings.
In a case.
She had the real wing dings, y'all. So they probably was this size. So she had about 1,000. Oh my God. Okay, not 1,000. I over exaggerate. She had probably about a good 300.
300 what?
Wingdings in a case. We're talking about a case.
Oh.
Yes. So let's start over. So this woman had been working at the school for decades. Okay. And she was the cook. I'm assuming she was the cook. Well, she got promoted. Baby, she got promoted. They was like, you at her tenure, she got promoted. What she get promoted to? Ordering the food. That's all she got to come in and do. Her job, order the food.
Oh, she ordered it.
Well, the pandemic came about. And Sister Liddell, I was going to call her Granny, but we're going to call her Sister Liddell. Sister Liddell,
11,000.
She said, there's no way they can catch me. It's a pandemic. But unfortunately, Sister Liddell forgot one important thing. You know what that one important thing was?
What was that?
Sister Liddell forgot to cook the chicken for the kids.
She ain't forget to cook no chicken for no kids. I am not the cook.
Sister Liddell forgot to cook the chicken for the kids. And then may we add,
she rich. Sister
Liddell was going to Gordon's. That's where it came from, Gordon's. She was going to Gordon's to pick up the chicken her damn self. This is over a 2-year span. A 1.5 span, 2-year span.
Yeah.
11,000 cases.
And she went through them.
Baby, I just got one question for Sister Liddell.
Let me hold some.
That ain't even my question. That ain't even a question. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're right. Well, guess what my question is? My question is, Sister Liddell, how much did you sell each case for? Tell us the secret. $1.5 million worth of chicken. How much did she sell them cases for? I don't think it was 1.5 million. I think they added a little extra to it. They were like, they'll never know. Put down 1.5 milli.
We don't know how much they was charging them.
Nah.
This government. You know, when you deal with government, you make your price higher.
Well, they said that they noticed that the books was about $3,000 short. But they done came up with 1.5 million that she done stole. Right, the chicken. Baby, them must be the prices of after it was the wing shortage. Them the prices for the wing shortage. Okay. Because I know she didn't she did not steal no 1.5 million. Yeah, we had to get that out. Now, since we're talking about stealing, we got one more. Before we get to the Detroit story, is coming up next. But we got to continue to talk about stealing. Don't steal. Don't steal. Keep your hands to yourself. If it don't belong to you, either turn it in or leave it where it's at. 2 options.
Turn it in.
That's what I said. Here we go.
Past year, Diane Gordon leaves her home and makes the trek to VC Market, where she works.
5 times a week.
A few miles down Highland Road.
2.7 to be exact.
She knows because for the past year, she walks that route. Her car broke down last February. She was walking home on January 21st when she stopped at the BP for a snack. Before she could set foot inside,
looked down on the ground and found a plastic bag that had a large sum of money in it.
So she grabbed it.
When you turned it over, there was even more money.
And knew exactly what she needed to do.
This doesn't belong to me. I need to call a police officer.
It never really crossed our mind to do anything other than turn it over.
White Lake Police came out to investigate.
Inside the bag was also wedding cards. So we come to find out that this is actually, these are gifts from a wedding that had occurred that day.
And of course, the cash.
I think it was $14,780 worth of cash.
Money that Diane could certainly put to use.
Especially under the idea that she doesn't have transportation.
Outside of freezing cold days like today, Diane says for the most part, she doesn't really mind the walk to work, but not having a vehicle means she's missing out on other things in life.
Grandkids have sporting events she can't drive to. Just jumping in the car and driving over to see them doesn't happen.
Could have made my life a whole lot easier, but it's okay. I mean, it didn't belong to me.
Police tracked down the newlyweds and returned the money.
It was to a young couple that had just got married that day. It belonged to them.
Then turned their attention back to Diane.
One of our officers' wives actually set up a GoFundMe.
Because, as they put it,
the world could probably use a few more Dianas.
I'm floored. I mean, I didn't do anything special.
If you'd like to help get Diane a car, you could find that link to the fundraiser at fox2detroit.com. All she asks is,
you find something that doesn't belong to you, don't keep it.
All right. Well.
All right, Miss Diane.
Look at Miss Diane's GoFundMe.
I see a bag. I'm putting
Now,
it in
just
the
in
car.
case y'all can't see that well, let's go ahead and see if we can make it bigger. Y'all see that? $52,076. Poolie, what did Miss Diane find?
14?
14,000. Okay. I'm sure it was some gift cards in there just as well. I'm sure. Didn't have a car.
I would have had a car.
Dead winter. And she walked every single day to work and find 14 G's. And she turned it in, y'all.
No matter what happens in life, be good to people.
It better be good to them. Sorry to cut you off, Pooh. OMG. Look at that. 52,000. She has went over her goal. Her goal was just 25,000. And she is at 52,000.
Well, there go.
Who go?
Whoever started her GoFundMe.
The police officer started it for her.
She did.
Okay. Well, the goal for her was $25,000, and she has doubled it. Almost doubled it.
It ain't over.
It's not over. And you know what she gonna do? She gonna let it sit.
Oh well.
So she can get more money.
She finna get a car.
She's definitely gonna get a car.
It's coming.
And she's gonna get a lot more than a car. So the moral of that is, if you find something and it's not yours, take it to either, like she did, a police officer, take it to the front desk. Regardless of what they do to it, you did your part. You did your part.
You see how he worked?
He talking about God. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. So, big ups to Miss Diane, though. Seriously, all jokes aside, big ups to her. It's a lot of people that would not have turned that money in.
It's a lot of people that really need that money.
Yeah. Really need it. And they needed it too. They just got married.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Who dropped the money?
No.
Oh. That was my question.
What was they at?
The gas station.
What state?
Why do you ask me these questions? I don't know.
What city?
I don't know.
Okay.
I cover so many stories, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just certain ones that I do be knowing.
Okay.
Like this next one, Detroit.
No. But this is where I'm going.
Where are you going with it, baby?
What if her complexion was different? Would that officer still would have did a GoFundMe?
No. I can answer that for you. Mm-mm.
But you will receive yours.
That's my personal opinion.
But you will receive yours.
Mm-hmm. Gotta make it seem like you had a GoFundMe.
I tell you.
Oh, he'll give you a GoFundMe, all right. His own money.
I had no idea it was coming.
I know. Mm-hmm.
That's how he moved.
Peach kisses. Peach kisses. Peach kisses. Go on my website. Y'all know I got all my products over there. I do have more products that's not on the website. So hit me up If y'all looking for other stuff that's not on the website, which is my my eyelashes, and some of my eyeshadow. Well, what?
The nails.
Oh my gosh, she gonna talk about my nails all night, y'all. All right, y'all, let's get started. Okay, let's get started. The bodies that was found in Detroit. Like I told you all, I'm gonna go ahead, start it from the beginning, break it down to y'all. So here we go.
Armani Kelly was just 27 years old. He traveled from Lansing here to Detroit to perform at Lounge 31 off of Gratiot and 7 Mile. But like you mentioned, that performance was canceled, and now Kelly and the two friends he drove here with are missing. And we spoke to Kelly's mother, who now fears for the worst. January 21st, Armani Kelly, who goes by the stage name Marley Whoop, was scheduled to perform at This Night Lounge in Detroit. He texted his fiancée that night that the show was canceled, and no one has seen or heard from him since.
I don't want to be Dateline and wait 20 years to find his body.
His mother, Lori Kemp, posting flyers around Lansing, where Armani grew up, searching for her son and tracking his car, which shows it moved 3 times in Warren and ended up in this condo complex. The vehicle now in police custody.
I'm doing everything I possibly can. I'm out there hitting the roads, hitting the pavement. Where is the police department? They didn't do their job.
Kemp feels there was no sense of urgency from authorities to find her son until police agencies in multiple jurisdictions realized 2 other men were missing, Dante Wicker and Montoya Givens, also aspiring rappers who rode with Armani to the show.
The fact that the 3 of them are missing together is very concerning and very alarming for us.
Detroit police investigating but have not disclosed if they have any leads. Kemp fears the worst.
I'm angry because you did 8 years in prison and you didn't die, and now you come out and they kill you. He's dead.
So hard to hear the mother say those words. She does fear, unfortunately, that her son is dead, but we don't know that. That's why police and those families are asking anyone with information to come forward. So if you know anything, please call Detroit Police. Live in Detroit, I'm Kira Hay, 7 Action News.
Yeah, she wants some answers. She wants to see her son back and all 3 of those men. Kira, thank you.
Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. So this is what Facebook is doing. Y'all see that? So you have to click see video. But if you go on here and just be scrolling on my page, you may think, oh, something's wrong with this video. You can't watch it. It must have been blocked. And they're only doing this off of anything that I play that's Tyre. Only Tyre. They're not doing it with no other videos. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. That just pisses me off. Because it stops people from coming on watching, basically. But anyways, we got enough of y'all here. I thank y'all for coming. People can still come on, don't get me wrong. But they just have to read it to know that they have to hit that button. So let's get into these comments. Chrissy said, hey, Peachy. Hey, Chrissy Boo. We got Audra, BG, T Beezy. Mama Peach is in the building. Hey, Miss Joyce. Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Boo. All right. Let's go ahead and get started again. So y'all saw the mama.
Yeah, that was devastating, man.
She's very devastating.
She's hurt.
She's hurt bad.
She's hurt.
One thing that I want to say about her clip is it was another clip that she had, and she said she loves that people are optimistic. It's like it was a lot of clips of her. I didn't see any more clips of the other mothers, the other 2 mothers. It just with her. But she said that she loves how everyone is being optimistic. You know, saying that her son gonna come home, all that stuff. She said, but my son is dead. She said, she's being real about it. She said, I know my child.
When you know, you know.
So, for those that don't know about this story, Armani was in prison. He was in prison for 8 years. And Armani just got out. Armani, if I'm not mistaken, everything is allegedly, but Armani probably been out maybe 6-7 months, if that.
I thought it was less than that.
It might be less than that, but I think it was like 6-7 months. But he got out. He did his time for whatever he was in there for. He did his time. And he's a rapper. He's a rapper. And then he also was a YouTube commentator. But what he talked about was his time that he was in prison. That's what he talked about. So he had a show that he said he was going to. He's gonna go to the show. But on his way going to the show, he ended up picking up, and the show was in Detroit. It was a birthday party, and he was performing. He went and picked up 2 of his homeboys. Now, apparently, from what his mom say, those 2 men were in prison with him. So that's basically like how he met them, and they became friends or whatnot. And she wasn't aware, excuse me, that he was going to go pick them up. She just thought he was going by himself down there. So when he got there, he called her, told her, hey, I made it. Called his fiance and told his fiance they canceled the show. Which is kind of hard to actually see that happening, that they haven't contacted him and told him, hey, we know you're coming from such and such, which Lansing. We canceled the show. You will not be performing. They didn't do that. Apparently, when he got there, I'm assuming he was told they canceled the show. And then, like I said, he called his fiance and told his fiance. That was the last time they heard from him. The last time. So his mom, Lori, she kept fighting, trying to find him, calling down to Detroit, everything. Police was not helping her. They was barely giving her the time of the day. So she was like, okay, I got to do this myself then. Down there, she said she spent like $300-$400, in this whole process, getting flyers, all of that, posting them up. Didn't have no help from the police, basically. And then she finally get a news broadcast. She get the news broadcast. The other 2 parents from the other boys, let's go back to the picture. The other 2 parents from the other boys, because I told you Armani, which is the mom that I've been talking to, her son is the one with the blue hat on, the light-skinned boy. The other 2 moms was like, wait a minute. We know him. Our sons went with him. And we ain't seen our sons either. So they called the police. All of a sudden, Detroit police, I was like, oh, it's 3 of them? We better hurry up and get the looking now. This is going to make a major story. This is how I feel. This is going to go viral. Everybody's going to know about this. 3 black men and their rappers. Oh, yeah, we better get the looking now. Now, at this time, it's like 10 days. 10 days in. And this boy has not called. Phones completely off. They can't even get what they call a ping. Mm-hmm. They couldn't even get a ping off of it. Phone's just completely gone, off. Well, where's the car? Well, let's get into the next clip. Here we go.
Again tonight with a developing story. Michigan State Police confirm multiple bodies were found and they are still on the scene at an abandoned building in Highland Park.
At the same time, 2 of the 3 families for the men who went missing on January 21st say police called them to notify them and offered their condolences.
Our Terrell Bailey has been at the scene in Highland Park since late this afternoon, trying to get some answers from Michigan State Police and neighbors.
Terrell joins us live tonight from the scene. What's the latest there?
Yeah, good evening, Shayna, Jeff. I'm live along McNichols and Log Cabin at the hour. State troopers are still being pretty tight-lipped about this investigation. They haven't gave too many details as to how many bodies they've actually found and the identities of those bodies. But being out here on the scene for roughly a few hours now, I had a chance to talk with one local man of this area. He tells me he walks past this building all the time, and for some odd reason, it just gives him a bad feeling. Michigan State Police starting to look for answers as night falls. It all concerns multiple bodies, troopers say, were found inside of an abandoned apartment here.
It makes you feel scary, really, because, you don't know. That's why I kind of, move around by myself.
Investigators spending the better part of the night securing an active search warrant to search that complex. Though no identities have been released officially, CBS News Detroit did speak with the mother of one of the 3 missing men out of Wayne County. According to her, she received a call this evening from authorities telling her about the bodies being found. Still no official confirmation. One local resident we talked to says he walks past this building every day. He recently noticed something odd.
I seen some footprints going back up around to the building. And I was wondering why they was there, because I know the building is condemned. So I figured, I said, well, somebody hanging out in there.
Yeah, now, Shayna and Jeff, as you all know, those 3 men went missing around the 21st. I did get a chance to speak with Dante Wicker's family. They also tell me that authorities reached out to them earlier this evening to also let them know about the bodies being found in this building. Still, no official confirmation if it is their loved one. Now, we also know that a juvenile was, in fact, arrested and charged today for possessing Armani Kelly's car. Here's the thing. Why he did it and how he did it, that is still unclear as well. Shayna, Jeff, as you all can see out here at the scene, it is pretty developed and it is far from being clear. Of course, as we enter tomorrow, CBS News Detroit plans to continue following this story. Metro Detroit, you can look for updates on our CBS News Detroit website and starting on CBS News Detroit at 5 o'clock.
All right, y'all. So
they saying he did it?
No. The little 15-year-old.
That's what they said.
Well, they said it wrong. The 15-year-old.
How he did it and why he did it.
The 15-year-old took the car. Well, I ain't gonna say took the car. I think somebody gave him the car. That's what I believe. Someone gave him the car. I think he knows everything that went on. And he decided to go joyriding in the car. Well, Armani's mom had OnStar. Make sure y'all get OnStar. Shout out to OnStar. She said, damn it, y'all don't want to do nothing to help find my child? I will. So she got contacted OnStar, and the vehicle, from the time that the phones was shut completely off, the vehicle stopped at 3 different locations. Now, none of these boys' cards has been used, nothing. It's like they just fell off the planet of the earth. Like they just vanished out of nowhere until they find this car. They find the car, they get the 15-year-old, they lock the 15-year-old up. But guess what? The 15-year-old at that time wasn't talking. Was not saying a word. Was it? That's how he was. That's exactly how he was. Not saying nothing. So then they get a tip. I wonder who they got the tip from. They got a tip saying that they need to go to this abandoned apartment building. And that they are in the basement of the abandoned apartment building. Okay? So once they got there, they had to get a warrant to go in. So they had to wait for that.
A warrant to go in the abandoned building?
They had to get a warrant, they said.
Wow.
Yep. So, exactly. So they got the warrant, but when they got ready to go in, baby, they said, oh no, I'm not gonna go in there. It was rat infested. Here we go.
Are waiting for those answers right now, Brandon and Ryan. I can tell you that investigators, they are expected to update us on the situation anytime. As you know, Detroit Police, Michigan State Police, Warren Police, and a number of other agencies, they have been working very closely on this, working very closely together with that big break happening yesterday when those bodies were found in Highland Park.
I'm not going to say I think. No, my gut, the heart. Gone.
Chilling words considering recent events days before 3 bodies were found Thursday inside the basement of this abandoned apartment complex in Highland Park. The mother of Armani Kelly told Fox 2 she had a feeling this is how things would end. While investigators are still working to confirm the victims' identities and their cause of death, our sources say it is Kelly, along with his friends Dante Wicker and Montoya Givens.
We were able to pull phone data and see that there's no activity on any of their phones. They're not hitting any towers. They're not communicating. That's also very concerning.
The 3 men had not been heard from or seen since January 21st, almost 2 weeks ago, which is out of character for them. Kelly, who is an up-and-coming rapper from Oscoda, was set to perform at the Lounge 31 on Detroit's east side, but it was canceled reportedly due to equipment issues. A few days later, his car was found in Warren and a 15-year-old taken into custody at that time.
The mother of one of the victims the next day made a report of the missing person. That mother became very proactive in the investigation and started searching for her vehicle through OnStar.
Then yesterday, another big break in the investigation when, according to a Michigan State Police tweet, multiple victims were found in this apartment building near Log Cabin and McNichols on the Highland Park-Detroit border. We're told crews cleared that property at about 5:30 this morning. The poor conditions inside, along with an infestation of rats, slowing that effort. Now the wait for answers.
Somebody knows something. Somebody will speak. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it will come out.
So I can tell you that 15-year-old from Warren, he was charged in connection with having Armani Kelly's car. So there could be much more to that. We are told that a judge did revoke his bond. He does remain in custody at this hour. Our sources, they are also telling us that police are talking to a person of interest that was arrested following some sort of a raid in Detroit. So again, that is something else that could develop throughout the day. Our Jessica Dupnack, she is going to be following up on this, and of course she will have the very latest information for you.
Tonight, Michigan State Police positively identified the 3 bodies found in a Highland Park apartment complex as the 3 missing rappers.
Armani Kelly, Montoya Givens, and Dante Wicker were all headed to a planned performance at a club on Detroit's east side, but that performance was canceled and they were never seen or heard from again. Let's get to Sean Lay. He's live for us tonight. Sean, is there any word on the cause of death?
We are hearing possible gunshot wounds, but that has not yet been confirmed because the state of the bodies, autopsies may take 2 days. Been talking to the brother of Montoya Givens. He's absolutely in shock tonight. I want to give everyone a look of where investigators have been coming and going, where these bodies were found in this vacant, boarded up apartment building here. Investigators telling me they believe the men came here, were killed here upstairs, and then their bodies concealed in the basement. And right now we know that a 15-year-old is being held without bond in connection to this, but police are moving quickly to arrest others. Local 4 cameras are here in Highland Park at the scene of a horrific triple homicide. And you can see Michigan State Police investigators are here this afternoon. 3 bodies were discovered in an abandoned portion of this building at McNichols and Log Cabin yesterday. Bodies concealed under piles of debris and construction materials. Now, it has been confirmed the bodies have been identified as the 3 missing friends, aspiring rappers, Armani Kelly, Dante Wicker, Montoya Givens, all on their way to perform at a Detroit club January 21st, but never heard from again. It's unclear what or who led the men to this rat-infested building. What is clear, the homicides and the concealing of the bodies all happened inside this building.
The whole scene is confined in that building. The scene where the homicide took place and where the bodies were left. So everything is in that area. That is the crime scene.
A huge part that led to the break in this case on January 25th. Warren police recovered a stolen car. They discovered it belonged to Armani Kelly. Warren investigators then tracked the suspected car thief, a 15-year-old Warren teen. That led to information about this building in Highland Park and the bodies. Detroit police were told where to look, and they found the 3 missing men. Back here live, the state of the bodies apparently here for some time, a number of days in this cold, and fingerprints were used to identify them. We're live in Highland Park tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4. Kimberly, back to you.
Sean, I know it's still early in the investigation, but is there any indication of a motive that they know of?
My sources tell me they are definitely looking at a motive. They're not ready to release it yet. However, this case is now moving quickly. A 15-year-old being held without bond, they say, who may have direct involvement in this, and now that's leading to others. We're digging on this. We'll have much more for you coming up at 6.
Baby, I don't know what they told that 15-year-old, but that 15-year-old finna start singing like a bird. Singing like a bird. Now, this is sad that they would actually sit there and take them to an abandoned building. Now, that it was 3 of them. So I wonder how many of the people that was that killed them.
It don't have to be more than 2.
It could have been 1. The one that had the gun.
I doubt that.
You think they still would have took a risk with that one?
Yeah.
You would have. We don't know. We don't know how many men it was. We gonna find out. That we gonna do. You know why? Because Tweety Bird gonna tell. Do we got a little bird noise on there?
No.
Hey, we need a bird noise. Tweety Bird gonna tell. I don't know who bright idea it was to say, I know who bright idea it was. The Lord's bright idea. Give it to the 15-year-old. He'll keep it safe and keep his mouth closed and not tell anyone.
But he might not know nothing. It's a possibility. Not saying he don't or he do.
You don't think he led the police to the doggone apartment?
He probably got the car from the apartment. He saw what went down. Went in there right after them. They left. Saw it. Saw the car. Jesus in it. Nah.
I don't think so. I think they told him.
I think it was a setup.
She said, dang, picture tea time. I'm just getting on. I must watch the replay. Yes, Carmen. Hey, boo. She said, hey, lady, anyway. Hey, thanks for coming, Carmen. All right, y'all. We got one more clip. These last 2 clips is actually from today. Okay, so yesterday, they did not identify the bodies. They knew they was in there that evening. Yesterday evening, but being that it was so rat infested, they were too afraid to go in there. Just being honest, they were too afraid to go in there with the rats, so they had to get special equipment for special peoples to come do this. Cause they like, we ain't going in there.
People that wasn't scared of rats.
Yeah, people that wasn't scared of rats, basically. So let's go ahead, move into our last one. Last clip. Not for the night though, baby. Not for tonight. Here we go.
2 of my sources telling me late this afternoon that there has been a arrest made in connection to the murder of these 3 aspiring rappers. Now, they are not calling him a person of interest at this point, but police want to talk to this person, want to question them. Now, what we do know is that man, he's a Michigan man. He was arrested early this morning in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's actually being held on a parole violation down in Knoxville right now, in which case he will be extradited, and police want to talk to him about the murder of these 3 aspiring rappers, a story we have been covering very closely. And again, as you mentioned, everyone feared that they possibly would be found dead, and that is exactly what happened. They were found dead inside of this apartment building in a basement under debris yesterday, and we're learning a little bit more about what led up to this discovery. Take a listen. On National Missing Persons Day, 3 families waiting 2 weeks learn their loved ones are not coming home. Armani Kelly, Dante Wicker, and Montoya Givett identified by fingerprints after police discover 3 frozen bodies in this abandoned apartment building basement in Highland Park.
Right now, our main goal was to identify who these victims were and tell their family.
Michigan State Police now heading up the homicide investigation and say they're heading in the right direction in terms of finding who did this. The 3 victims met in prison, chasing a rap career now. They were last seen January 21st, heading to a gig at Lounge 31 on Detroit's east side. That gig canceled last minute. Their families say that evening they stopped responding to calls and messages.
The whole scene is confined in that building, the scene where the homicide took place and where the bodies were left.
Lieutenant Mike Shaw says murdered upstairs, dragged and dumped in the basement.
Inside of that building was very rat infested. It was falling apart. So it was kind of dangerous for our detectives and our forensic scientists to go in there anyways.
Warren police broke the case open last week with the arrest and charges against a 15-year-old who was in possession of Armani Kelly's SUV. He's been charged for that and for having burglary tools on him, remanded to custody. That investigation led Detroit police to the murder scene Thursday where the bodies were found. We spoke with Armani Kelly's mom this week.
Somebody knows something. Somebody will speak. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it will come out.
Sources tell Fox 2 Friday morning a man was arrested in Knoxville, Tennessee in connection to the case and is being held on a parole violation down there. Meanwhile, another man was brought into custody in the last week here in Detroit for questioning in this case.
I think we're heading in the right direction. Naturally, anybody that should know anything can give us a call. We're more than happy to take tips.
Michigan State Police spent a better part of Friday looking in this very building, pulling out evidence, things like TVs and other electronics, bagging them up, hoping to build a case against whoever did this. But of course, a lot of questions remain. Who wanted these 3 men dead? How did they get here? And of course, how are all the players involved? You heard from the lieutenant there. They're in the right direction. And again, with this late breaking news.
That's why I say it's a setup.
I definitely feel like it's a setup.
That's why I say it's a setup.
There's a lot of people that feel like it's a setup.
Okay, this is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to get their phones.
They gotta find them. They gotta find their phones.
They don't know what
Remember
the phones
their phones got completely shut off. They
Yeah,
finna look for them phones in that roach.
they got completely shut off, but I'm thinking maybe
that rat infested place. They ain't gonna search in there for it probably. They gonna have to look elsewhere if that's the case. I'm sure they going in there for one thing and one thing only: the bodies. They still got to do an investigation though, because they still had to. They said they was killed at the top and brought down to the basement, so they still had to check upstairs. But they just said the whole building was infested with rats. See, why not tear this stuff down?
Because somebody own it.
Ain't nobody living in it.
Somebody own it. If it was yours,
Well, if it's rat infested, apparently you don't want it.
If it was yours, you don't have the money right now. But when you do get the money, I'm gonna hook that up, and it's gonna be one of my properties.
I would feel like crap if I was that, whoever that person is. I would feel bad. I would be like, yes, tear it down now. That's the problem. A lot of people, family members, they don't know where they are. And they could be right down the street in an abandoned house or in an abandoned building.
That was a nice size little complex.
I think it was. I think
and I think the whole thing is shut down.
Well, I think it probably was like the apartment, the apartment that we stayed in when we first moved together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like that, just one building, not a whole complex.
To
me, it looked like just one building.
That was one big building.
Yeah, it was tall too. It was
so
very tall.
It could be multiple. When I say multiple, I'm talking about more than 6 apartments in that building.
BG, I ain't playing with you. BG, I'm not playing with you. Chrissy said they met in prison and they were rappers. It was a setup. They probably got robbed before the show for the show money and held hostage. These gangs and the music are usually connected. That's all I'm gonna say, Chrissy. Mama P said, I agree with Pooley. It sounds like a setup. I definitely believe it's a setup. Definitely. Carmen said the city should tear it down and charge the owner. I agree. If your building is rat infested and the police don't even want to go in, do you think this man gonna go in there and clean this place up? No. He is just letting it sit. He might not even be alive. Who knows?
Facts.
He could be an old man that died and his family just never even decided to do anything with it, just left it. Chrissy said they have a lot of bandos and
in the HP.
and the HP, they tearing them down. Highland Park, they tearing them down.
That's what's up.
Oh, the abandoned houses. She's calling them bandos. I didn't know, Chrissy. Sorry. Let's go into. Oh, that was it. That was the end of that segment. That was sad. It gave me chills when I first heard this story.
But like my man mom said, boy, something finna happen. So it's gonna come out.
She hit it right on the nose too.
She don't know when, but it's gonna come out.
And she's right. It's gonna all come out. They already got one person. They got another person that they just questioning, but they got a true suspect. And I think they got him from Knoxville, Tennessee. He done made it all the way to Knoxville. But they said, bring that ass back over here. You got to come back to the D, baby. And he's there. But again, it's a sad situation. Very, very sad.
Prayers out to the fam.
Prayers out to the family. Definitely. So, Chrissy got one more thing. She said they turned these abandoned buildings and Highland Park into drug dens. Yeah. They do a lot, Chrissy, in abandoned buildings. A lot. I remember, where was that at? I think Chicago. A man walking down the street and he hears somebody screaming in the building. And he goes in and saves a woman that was in the building. Saved her. She had been in there for days, still alive. And he saved her.
What happened to her?
She alive.
What happened to her?
Oh, she was kidnapped and raped. All that.
Oh, she must have been tied up somewhere or something.
She was tied up, yeah. But he heard her screaming. All right, y'all. We're going to get into a quick commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Bank of America executive making, I think, over 6 figures. And then we're going to say her boo thing. What?
Bust it,
her
baby.
boo thing. But guess what?
Bust it, baby.
Her boo thing making over 7 figures, baby. They both making bread. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. They both was making bread, baby. But somebody took somebody out. Here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues. Love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Tune in on PGT Time. PGT Time. Come join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Join us on PGT Time. PGT Time. Yeah.
When I first started my weight loss journey, I had no idea the change it would make. During one of the hardest times of my life, I turned heartbreak into hustle and pain into power.
Breathe, work, stretch, let it all. Breathe, work, stretch, melt it all. Breathe, work, stretch, melt it all. Breathe, work, stretch, melt it all. Just breathe, work, stretch, melt it all. 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 Breathe,
work, stretch, not to melt it off. Breathe, work, stretch, melt it off. Breathe, work, stretch, not to melt it off. Just breathe, work, stretch, time to melt it off. Breathe, work, stretch, time to melt it off. Do your thing, girl. You in the gym working out, you wasn't playing, girl. Yoga mat, you doing yoga, meditating. I see you elevated cause you separated. Yeah, you pushing up the weight, they just wait. Waist straight and strap, don't steady pace. After I shake the haters, we gon' drink a protein shake.
Eight hours after finding a woman dead inside her Reseda home, officers say they made an arrest. The victim, Michelle Avon, was found yesterday morning on Cavello Street near Tampa. Police arrested the suspect in Westchester. KCAL 9's Jeff Nguyen has more on this tragic case.
Family members have been arriving at this house in Reseda, which was a crime scene hours earlier. It's the home of banking executive Michelle Avon, who was found dead inside yesterday morning. Anthony Posada lives across the street.
She was a very prominent banker and very successful lady, and that's respectful.
Avon was a senior vice president with Bank of America, working to recruit women and underrepresented employees globally. The 48-year-old was a sponsor and big supporter of the Taste of Soul Festival that's put on by the LA Sentinel. Community leader and Sentinel executive publisher Danny Bakewell said Michelle was a dear friend and dedicated warrior for our community and a dear friend to me and my entire family. This news is just devastating.
She was a great lady. The family, they're really friendly.
The LAPD arrested 52-year-old Anthony Turner yesterday in Westchester on suspicion of murder. Neighbor Anthony Posada says he often saw Turner at the home, and he says Turner was outside after police arrived. They'd been called here to do a welfare check after a relative was unable to get a hold of Avon. Once inside, officers found her body, saying she appeared to have suffered trauma to her face.
It's a shame. I mean, it's just, why? Why would people do something like that to someone like her? I mean, she's the mom of a nice family. She's a prestigious lady. I mean, why would anyone do that?
The cause of death is under investigation. Bail for Anthony Turner has been set at $2 million. In Reseda, Jeff Nguyen.
Oh, and we're back. Well, I'm back. Yeah, that right there was crazy. I was thinking something totally different when Snell told me about it. And that story right there is crazy. You never know what people be thinking. Oh my God. Look at you. You just popped up out of the green.
I can't turn around.
There she is.
Ouch. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to go check on Kirsten. I'll just say that. She fell asleep. Anyway.
Oh my goodness.
So, what y'all see? How many clips did you play?
One.
Oh, just one? Okay. So, this is a bank executive. Okay? Executive. Got a lot of money. And look what happened to her.
Yeah.
She was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But everybody can't be trusted.
That ain't what matters.
It's not.
Beauty don't matter.
And she got brains. Beauty and brains.
Maybe that was too much.
But he had handsomeness and brains.
Did he?
He wasn't no ugly man for an old man.
I guess. Let you be the judge. Just saying.
He wasn't that ugly.
I guess.
Let's go on the clip too. Here we go.
With the story of a local woman found beaten to death in her Reseda home. Family and friends tonight honoring her memory and calling for justice.
Those who knew her say the charges filed against her accused killer, not enough. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell is live in Reseda. Amy.
Veronica and Joy, you can see all the candles, flowers, and photos behind me. Our heartfelt vigil here tonight for a woman who devoted much of her life to helping others, her own life ending tragically. A large circle of family and friends gathering to remember Michelle Avan, holding candles in tribute to a woman who grieving loved ones say brightened the lives of everyone around her.
I don't wish this on anybody, but I just wish it wasn't my mom. She was too beautiful. She was too kind. She was too charismatic. She was just too strong of a woman.
Michelle Avan was found dead inside her Reseda home, the victim of a brutal beating. Police arrested 52-year-old Anthony Dwayne Turner as a suspect. Turner, a co-worker who was formerly in a relationship with Avan.
She always told us, no matter what we were going through, to be strong. But this is one time where we cannot be that strong.
The 48-year-old mother was a highly respected businesswoman, praised for mentoring others. She recently took a job with Bank of America, supporting women and underrepresented groups.
Her physical body isn't here with us anymore. And it just breaks my heart because she was my best friend.
The name of Michelle Avan will never be forgotten.
Avan's relatives and friends say they want justice.
She was an awesome person, awesome mother, friend, everything. And I'm here every step of the way for the family and for her.
Again, the family and their many supporters and friends saying they want the killer.
Yeah, they want the killer.
So BG said, thank you for giving awareness to the fact that domestic violence happened. Maryland? MD? Yeah, Maryland and all social economic areas. I hope we said that right. I hope MD is Maryland. I don't know. But I know you're gonna tell me. So there's a twist to this story that y'all gonna see. And I think that's why BG sent it to me, so I can show y'all how this whole story took a whole twist, a whole turn. But the son came in. The son is the one that found her. He had been calling and calling, no answer. So he went over there. And when he went over there, he went up the stairs, found his mom dead, beaten to death. And if I'm not mistaken, this man actually stayed across the street from her. They stayed in the bomb neighborhood. Like, these folks was rich. They was they had a lot of money. They ain't want for nothing, him or her. They was good. But something went wrong somewhere. And then a lot of the people that they worked with, because they both worked at Bank of America, they didn't know that they even had a relationship like that going on. Like, it was all kept on the hush hush. But the kids knew. And they had been fighting before. They was having domestic issues. So let's get into this one, y'all. What was that? Oh, 3. Here we go. This one I want y'all to see. Pay attention to this.
Family of a prominent business executive who was killed at her home in Reseda wants the LA District Attorney's Office to get more involved in this case. They're not satisfied with the murder charges. Our Timothy Parker is in studio with more. Good morning.
Good morning. This story has a residual effect on everybody in the county. Losing a loved one to murder is tragic, and in the case of the Avan family, there are fears an alleged killer may not get the time he deserves, even if he's convicted, and their attention is now squarely focused on the DA's office.
Oh, yeah.
A sweater sitting on a dining room chair. It's a small but powerful reminder for a son who now lives life without his mother.
We just kind of kept it there, just making us feel a lot better, making it, feel like, she's here with us.
On August 5th, Trayvon Avan walked inside of his mother's Reseda home after not hearing from her for about 36 hours. When he reached the bedroom, he found Bank of America executive Michelle Avan dead, the result of a violent beating.
Nobody should ever find a loved one like that. Severe head trauma, face swelling, and then obviously, non-responsive, and my mom was deceased.
Michelle's ex-boyfriend and colleague, Anthony Turner, was charged with homicide and burglary, who Trayvon says has a history of domestic violence.
My first thought was that Anthony Turner did this.
Really?
Yes.
He's frustrated about special circumstances being denied in this case by the LA District Attorney's Office, which is in line with DA George Gascon's platform. Trayvon is concerned even if Turner is convicted, he could potentially be free on parole in less than 10 years.
Why are we having to, have this justice fight, for someone that committed a crime as gruesome as the one committed? Why are we having to fight? And why are we having to reach out? And why are we having to demand meetings, to our DA's office and administration for them to just do the right thing?
Spectrum News 1 reached out to the District Attorney's Office for comment. At the time of this airing, we have not received a response. Meanwhile, Trayvon is learning more about his mom and all of her community involvement and achievements while he's grieving.
Yeah, that is so messed up. Just because he got some money, because he got bread. And y'all finna see that he got bread when y'all see how much he paid for his bond. Yeah. How much he paid for his bond. He's paid. Now, he probably had to go into that 401k, though. He had to reach into that 401k. I know he was. I ain't gonna even say I know he wasn't sitting on that money. He probably was sitting on that money. Black folks got money. I ain't got it like that. But black folks, it's some black folks, a lot of black folks out there that got money that's not celebrities. We doing our thing. You just got to find your path. That's all you got to do. Let's get into this next one.
This one here came from Garcetti. Him recognizing who my mom was.
And he's asking for the public for its help to convince the DA's office to apply special circumstances in this case.
To really push Gascon into making the right decision. A person that commits this gruesome of a crime, should be facing life without parole.
No matter what happens in the courtroom, because of violence, Trayvon Avan will have to live the rest of his life without a mother's love. And Anthony Turner, the alleged killer, is currently out on bail and is due to appear in court tomorrow. And the Avan family has set up a Facebook page called the Michelle Movement, Justice for Michelle Avan.
Right, and this is just one woman's story, one family's tragic story, as you point out, but this is another bigger issue at play here.
Yeah, the Avan family told me that the prosecutor actually came back to them in this case and said that they asked for special circumstances and they were denied. There's no surprise considered Gascon's platform. Now, you got to understand where we came from to get here. DA Jackie Lacey, there was a lot of complaints that there were trumped up charges against alleged criminals in cases. Now it's the opposite. And for families like the Avan family, it's a tragedy because they want justice in their case, but because of the past, they may not get it.
Right. And obviously bail, he was let out on bail, which is that unusual in a case like this?
For a murder case, yes, it is. But obviously, George Gascon is allowing for those charged with murder to go out on bail. And in his platform, people who are charged with murder have a chance to be released with parole later in sentencing. That's something that may not have happened in the past.
All right, Tim.
Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. But baby, money talks. Money talks all day long. And y'all finna see how long his money runs, okay? But Carmen said, why? Why did he have to do something so gruesome to someone he was supposed to care about? I agree. Why?
True.
And this isn't the first time. We see this a lot. Where people are married, people are boyfriend and girlfriend, people are side chicks and side boo things. I don't know what they call side men.
We don't know what that situation really was.
I think, like Poolie just said, people snap.
people snap. They don't. I mean, again, we don't know what that situation was.
Exactly.
They didn't. Their coworkers didn't even know they was messing around.
Yeah.
Even had a relationship like that. So it could have been something else. And again,
Something triggered.
Like I said, something triggered that dude, and I'm done.
It could have been as simple
I'm
as that.
telling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
You gonna lose your job. He could have been embezzling money
and
to
this
get to where he at.
And this is all at the house.
Yeah. Yeah. So BG said, I'm a Cali girl, and yes, the DA is soft on crime. But again, it's, to me, my personal opinion,
But
money talks.
Money can talk, but as you just heard that man say, they give bonds out to murderers in cases like that.
Why?
Exactly, but that state, that's what they do. That's why that boy was already asking. He was already asking for it. Special.
That is so messed up. All right,
You see what
y'all.
I'm saying? So
Y'all ready to find out how much money he got? Here we go. That ain't it.
no, it's not.
This show ain't it.
It's not even close.
No.
Not even.
Oh my gosh. I guess that was the last one. Well, I'll tell y'all, he posted a $2 million bond. Bail. $2 million. No problems at all. And I think it was like within days, he was out. So the trial is still going on. He go back in February this month, I think. That he goes back to I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen with this man. We don't know. We just don't know. But he could, like the boy said, he could be out less than 10 years.
If he did it.
What you mean if he did it?
We don't know if he did it.
Oh, yeah.
The boy just said
he
got a history of domestic violence. He didn't say he got a history with his mom.
No.
He just said he had a history of domestic violence, and he think he did it.
Yeah.
Go get him.
They did go get him. And let her right back out.
And he did post bond.
They did post bond. So I believe he did it. If the son said he did it, he did it. But like you said, being that none of the co-workers and stuff knew, they can't even get nobody to witness it. Not really witness it,
but you hear
give a character.
You hear how they got him?
No.
Breaking and entering.
Oh yeah, I did hear that. Sorry, y'all.
Breaking and entering.
He did it.
How do you get a breaking and entering? Most folks got to get caught. Breaking and entering.
Maybe they got cameras. They seen them. If they stand in this type of neighborhood, got this type of money, they seen him go in the house.
Who?
The police, when they saw the cameras. I bet you the sons seen them. Somebody seen them.
They would have had some. They would have said something about some surveillance.
They just
said
have.
He just said he think they arrested him on breaking and entering.
I think he did it. I don't care. So what, you don't think he did it?
I don't know.
You just don't know.
All I know, she had another boyfriend.
And
he the one snapped.
The other boyfriend?
Yeah.
And killed her. Because he found out about Buddy making all that money.
Yeah, he found about him making that money. She just ain't letting him get in. She might have been cutting it off with him.
I pray for all these people.
Make it official. I don't know.
Pray for all these people that we showed on here tonight. Pray for them all the family members. That broke my heart though to hear that her son actually found her. That had to been devastating.
Yeah,
I know he probably needed to do counseling behind that.
That's devastating for anybody.
Anybody.
You walk in and see your mom dead, beaten to death. I'm surprised he didn't go nuts.
And walk his ass right across the street. I ain't gonna call no police. I'm going straight across the street.
That way there?
Yeah, he said he stayed across the street
Oh,
from him.
man, boy.
Yeah. Allegedly. Make sure we add that. All right, y'all. We have came to our last clip for the night. Okay. Last clip of the night. You know I name my clips. So this one is called simple. 31 felony bonds. Here we go.
Khan is free from jail tonight on a total of 31 felony bonds that exceed more than $1 million. Fox 26's Randy Wallace is joining us live here tonight with the latest in his ongoing series. Randy.
Yeah, Jonathan, I've been doing Breaking Bond for more than 2 years now. Joshua Gabriel Ortiz Lopez has the dubious distinction of having more bonds than any defendant I've come across.
I've never seen someone who's out on a total of 31 felony bonds.
You can't blame 24-year-old Joshua Gabriel Ortiz Lopez for choosing freedom over a jail cell. It's some Harris County Criminal District Court judges who see no problem with granting a convicted felon 31 felony bonds.
$1,160,000 total bonds on 8 felonies since 2019.
Ortiz Lopez's felony charges include engaging in organized criminal activity, arson, retaliation, and possession of body armor by a convicted felon.
I've seen his bond revoked on one case 4 times, on another case 4 times. And they keep reinstating it, and he keeps getting back out, and he keeps reoffending, and they keep putting him back out.
While out on bond, Ortiz Lopez has racked up 7 new felony charges and was convicted of felony theft in Montgomery County.
If public safety is your primary goal, to keep the public safe from an offender like him, it's not happening.
We went to the Northwest Harris County home that Ortiz Lopez claims as his address to the bonding company. Joshua doesn't live here anymore, correct?
No, he doesn't live there anymore.
I dare anybody out there who's watching this, if you think you can top 31 felony bonds, call me, call you, contact us.
So which judge granted Ortiz Lopez so many bonds? Amy Martin. She lost the 263rd bench in last year's primary election. Randy.
Shit, that's why. Shit, I'm not gonna try it. God damn it. See if you can beat it. Motherfucker, do it look like we trying to beat that many fucking bombs? You stupid.
I just got one thing to say. That man said all his bonds added up to what? 1.1 million, right? And y'all still let him out?
They are individuals.
But y'all gonna keep Sister Liddell up in there for 1.5 million? For some chicken wings? For some chicken wings?
That was $1 million worth of chicken wings.
And this man has done $1.1 million worth of crime. Probably tried to kill, kill somebody and all.
It's not crime. It's just that's what the bond came up to, and they
in total of all the 31 felony bonds all together added up to $1.1 million. Not just one. They just add them all up. But still, that last one, he's still out walking now for free.
They all
I said for free. Free. Yes, they are individually, but still.
Miss Liddell going down for one big one.
It's not Miss Liddell.
What's her name?
Sister Liddell.
Sister Liddell.
There she go. There goes Sister Liddell right there in the corner, y'all.
She got one big one.
Y'all see Sister Liddell down there at the bottom?
He got a bunch of small ones. She got one big one. That's the difference.
Oh, chicken wing. If y'all don't let Sister Liddell out of there, get her out of there.
They stolen chicken wings.
Wings.
It's $1 million worth of chicken.
All she did was get her reparations early.
she couldn't get reparated.
She said, look.
They gonna show you what kind of reparations.
Y'all better be lucky. It's just chicken wings. This school ain't paying her enough.
Them government chicken wings.
Shoot.
What? The shit.
Oh yeah, she
got it
didn't
right.
she didn't even share with the kids.
No, she didn't
The
share with
chicken
the
was
kids.
for the kids, Sister Liddell.
No, it wasn't for the kids. Kids can't have that chicken that got bones in it. She got the chicken with the bone. She got real wings.
I can't believe, for real, though, all jokes aside, I know we've been laughing at Sister Liddell, but I really cannot believe, all jokes aside, that Sister Liddell thought she was going to get away with this. Seriously. Like, each time you went to Gordon's to pick up your order, you didn't think that the police was going to meet you up there?
No. Why?
Because of the cameras at Gordon's. That's why.
I'm picking it up for the school.
11,000 cases. How many cases? Let's see. How many cases can that be in a year? 11,000. She did it over a span of 2 years. So, how many? What? Sister Liddell, what type of van was you driving? Sister Liddell had stuff in the back seat, in the middle, and she had some chicken wings in the front seat just as well. And she little, so she probably was sitting on the box. She was sitting on at least one box of them, okay? 11,000 cases of Sister Liddell shouldn't want to look at another piece of chicken.
She ain't finna look at another piece of chicken.
They ain't giving her no
fuck
chicken.
That shit is. They finna get your ass. I promise you, they gonna have no bone in it. Give you that shit you.
Don't say promise.
They gonna give you that shit they've been giving them fucking kids.
If the parents decided to come get it, let's add that too. They had to decide to come get the lunch. They had to come decide because it was during the pandemic. That's what I understand. I understand why Sister Liddell didn't think that these folks were bored at home and they checking on every nigga that's out there.
I ain't had no chicken.
They checking the teachers. They even checking the kids, baby. They checking the kids. Sister Liddell, you did not think they was gonna check you? Sister Liddell said, look, I done been here for decades. I have reached my tenure. They would never know that it was all little Sister Liddell. But like Jay-Z said, you always gonna be black. No matter what clothes you put on, just like these bastards up here. Where they at? Where they at? I gotta show them. Just like these bastards right here. Gang members, officers. Gang members. Officers and gang members.
Gang members.
You know, they just look so different. So different.
They really don't.
Oh, we forgot. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. If they don't want to put it on there, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna crop a picture together and add him in the lineup. So that's what we are so upset about. I'm gonna make it myself. And I'm gonna add him in the lineup. That's what I'm gonna do. So, y'all, that was our last clip for tonight. I hope y'all had a good time. I really do.
Of them.
We are going to have a fantastic show tomorrow. Okay. My very, 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 very first celebrity guest, baby. I'm so excited. Southern Players will be in the building. What? Please don't say nothing. Southern Players will be in the building. ATL, stand on up. Stand up, ATL. These your peoples. So, no, we're not from ATL. Because no. But anyway, I'm not finna do that. But make sure y'all show up. What'd you say?
We've been here a long time.
We have, but not long enough to know Yes, you're right. Nah, I ain't gonna even play with y'all like that. I already told him today. I said, I am from Michigan. I said, and it is so unfortunate that I do not know y'all song. And I had never heard of it a day in my life. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like, and pretend to y'all like I know this group. No, I do not know this group at all. And is this him? Yep, this is it right here. Let me show y'all. They are called Southern Players. And here they are right there in the corner. They was popping back in the 90s. They was doing booty shaking music like Luke back then. Mm-hmm. And the name of the song, y'all gonna hear it tomorrow, but the name of the song is called Dickie Ride. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll tell you, everybody from the ATL that was born and raised here that I have asked them, do y'all know Southern Players? They were like, what? Do we? Hell yeah, we know Southern Players. I'm telling y'all. Southern Players was it. Well, Southern Players done came out again, baby. They're like, let's go ahead and do this round 2 right quick. Okay? So they doing this round 2. They done sent me some new music. They still, they're doing all it. So I'm excited. I'm excited to show y'all. I'm excited to do this interview. We're gonna have such a good time. We're gonna play a game. Y'all better make sure y'all show up. Rappers Delight will be in the building, baby. Which is the game. This is the game. The name of the game.
Clarify that.
Clarify it. Baby. We out of here.
We out of
here.
I'm
so happy he came tonight. He always here, though. Unless he ain't feeling well. If he ain't feeling well, we're going to sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, baby, so much. I appreciate it.
I'm going to be sleepy next week.
And he going to be right on here, regardless. Sleepy or not sleepy. He going to be on. So, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. The weekend spot, baby.
How you do it?
Roku TV. What? Don't do Jason. Don't do Jason.
Huh?
Don't do Jason. I said, Jason, you fell asleep on the show. He was like, no, I did not fall asleep on the show today. I wouldn't dare fall asleep on PGT time. I said, Jason, you fell asleep on the show.
What'd you say?
He was like, let me show y'all how we ain't got nothing else up here. If we had something else up here, I could show y'all how it was. But we had guests on the show and shit. The guest was talking. And Jason had his screen up, just like we got the screen up right now. And then over on the side was us in the little boxes. I got it somewhere. I'm gonna find it because I had to chop it up. Let me see. I had to chop it up. I had to chop it up because Jason was like, no, I didn't fall asleep. I said, Jason, you did fall asleep. No, I did not fall asleep. I said, Jason, you did.
Yeah,
you know.
You was going for a quick one, buddy.
Tell him, Poolie, just in case he see this.
I've done it before.
Yeah. You fell asleep on the show?
Not on the show. But
I don't remember you fall asleep on the show.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I didn't know I fell asleep.
On the show?
No.
Jason fell asleep on the show.
I could have fell asleep on the show and didn't know.
Oh, here it is right
Nobody
here.
Tell me.
Y'all got to see this, okay? Now, I ain't going to show this again. I'm not. Don't laugh, Pooh. Don't laugh. But no, I'm not going to show this again. And you want me to tell y'all why? Pooh's so crazy. This is my thing. Jason, did you see Poolie lip? That's how Jason lip was. Poolie, show another demonstration while I get this video up here. Poolie, do it again. Do it again. His whole lip.
That was too hard. I had to work to get that.
Baby, when I tell y'all, y'all finna see it. Hold on. This was not part of the show tonight. Jason is gonna kick our butt, okay? Jason gonna be so. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say Jason. Poolie did it. Now y'all seeing this, so y'all gonna be able to say the same thing.
Jason.
But I got us doing it. Look at God. It's taking so long to send. There. Shout out to God.
Shout out to God.
Shout out to God. Shout out to God. It is there, y'all. It is there. We covered your post because yeah, we know you covered our stuff. We know. All right. Let's see. How's it gonna show up? Oh yeah, it's showing up right. It need to be rotated. Can I rotate it on here? No. Yeah. Hold on, let me see something. Let's go into this little commercial break right quick. Let's play this song because I want y'all to see it now. You know, since Poolie gonna bring it up. So we finna get into let's get into
I'll bring it up.
You brought it up. Yeah, this is Rossetti Black Silky. Okay, Black Silky. When I come back, we gonna have this video of Jason falling asleep on the doggone Peach Tea Time shop. Lip all on his microphone. Let that have been my microphone, baby. We would have had some problems.
Yeah. I'm in here vibing. Black do rag and shit. Fan got the tail fluttering in the wind, you know. Hey, real elegant life, you know. Look, okay, the neighbors think I'm selling dope. Yeah, and then my haters think I'm selling hope. Yeah, I think they hating cause they selling soap. Yeah, okay, the neighbors right, I'm selling dope. Just listen close, I'm vibing. Petersburg, nigga, I'm bout it. Most of these niggas ain't solid. Swear to God, niggas be wildin'. Then they shocked when they get violent. Then start singing like ballads. Look at the game, it's so many lanes. The energy got me on balance. Yeah, that's why I stay on my island. I be surrounded by sharks in the water. Can't trust nobody cause people was shitting on Trump in the public, but really support it. I had to learn that there really ain't too many people who don't have ulterior motives. I put the team on my back and came up with a plan. I'm focused on getting it in motion. Hey, look at the silky. Hey, doing them filthy. Yeah, promise I'm one of the realest, and it ain't no faking niggas. You gotta feel me. Yeah, honestly, if you offended, this you probably fix you when you really guilty. Yeah, give me respect. I don't want you to fear me. If you a sucker, I don't want you near me. Starting the day, yeah, niggas starting the day. Niggas be all in the way. They say I'm fire, I tell them I knew that already. Like hearing that Martha was gay. I knew it. I'm on some other shit. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. Yeah, I just can't fuck with the government. Nah, homie, you see what my color is? Smoking out, pouring up, keep that Remy in my cup.
I keep that Remy in my cup. Not
Okay.
for 21 days, though. Not for 21 days.
No,
all right, y'all. Look, Carmen said, I just love y'all. Carmen, we just love you too, baby. But wait a minute, Carmen, you had asked something. Oh, this is what she had asked. She said, what was the evidence against him? The Bank of America guy. They didn't have any evidence besides the breaking and entering.
They just
That
said
was it.
but they had some. They said breaking and entering. They didn't say they had evidence of him breaking and entering.
They just said it.
They just said they got him for breaking and entering.
Yeah.
And this is after the son said, I think it was him. I mean, this is how they gave it to us. You know how to.
That white one is a woman. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to see Jason fall asleep on Peach Tea Time? And Jason said he did not fall asleep. BG, Carmen, Mama Peach, Chrissy, you too, and who else in here that be here every single week? Shout out to y'all, baby. There's a whole bunch more. I can't name them all. Who another person? Miss Joyce, Audra. Y'all watch this. Make sure come Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, probably. We might talk about it this Wednesday. But when Jason tried to say, no, I did not fall asleep. Well, there you go. Here we go, y'all. And then y'all gonna hear me say, Jason! Hold on. Y'all almost didn't hear nothing. There you go. Here we go.
Hey, you got time about you?
All right. There are so many different areas that we can go with this. But I think the main thing that I would like to, Jason, you want to pull yourself out? One of the things that I want to mainly
We're gonna
focus.
start that off. It was like his head almost fell off.
Handed over that gun.
All right.
did.
There are
He is
so
asleep.
many different areas that we can go with this.
Halfway woke.
But I think the main thing that I would like to, Jason, you want to pull yourself out? One of the things that I want to
Look, even she knew.
mainly
Even she saw it.
focus.
I guess even saw it. Y'all, we gotta do that. We're gonna run it back one
Handed
more
over
time.
that gun.
You just gotta run her back. Just look at her face.
Handed over that gun.
We even saw it. Look at him, y'all. I made it close.
All right. There are
His
so
eyes
many
closed.
different areas that we can go with this. But I think the main thing that I would like to, Jason, you want to pull yourself
Take this off.
out?
Look at her face.
One of the things that I want to mainly focus.
She's trying not to laugh.
Wait a minute. I ain't gonna say what she
Handed over
probably
that
said.
gun.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right.
Well,
There
this
are
last time,
so
this
many
last time.
different areas that we can go with
And
this.
Jason. Carmen said Jason's head
But
even fell.
I think the main thing that I would like to, Jason, you want to pull yourself out? One of the things that I want
I like to bounce
to
back. Look at her.
main.
She fixed it, boy.
Y'all, Jason is gonna kill us. Do you hear me? Not literally. But he might not show up one Wednesday.
Shout out, Jason.
Shout out, Jason. Yes, everybody loves Jason. We love Jason. He know that we gonna crack some jokes regardless. Hey, but all right, y'all, we finna get out of here. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all know where y'all can find me on all platforms under Peachy Tea Time. Also, do not forget to vote for me. Vote for me. Podcast of the year. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. Yo magazine. Mama Peach, I forgot to give you your magazine when you came over here. I am in a third.
Look at them nails.
333. This is my third magazine.
Y'all ain't never seen no nails like them before. Put them up, baby. Show them nails. Now hold the magazine.
They even look like.
Hold the magazine. Look at them. Move them around.
Anyways, Bully's so stupid. Really crazy. Anyways, you made me forget what I was gonna say. You made me forget what I was gonna say.
The magazine.
He always put a smile on my face.
The magazine.
Oh yeah, the magazine. So this is my third magazine, y'all. But the first two that I had was internet based. No, I want to show them.
I'm showing them.
There. But I gotta show them me.
Show them the nails.
Anyways, you open it up, and baby, I'm on the first page. Not that one, this one. Look at me. Look at me, y'all. Let me get magazine. They was like, would you like a copy? I said, send me two. Gotta get one, Mama Peach. So yes, so this is my first official magazine that I can hold on to. You know what I'm saying? And show my kids. Maybe with my kids, I said, y'all look. They're like, is it for me? I'm like, no. Oh, okay. I said, but look. I open it up. Mommy's in the magazine. Yes, babies. Yes, your mother's in the magazine. Now run to school and tell all your little friends. Go now. Tell them. Don't forget. Even while they walk to the car to get in the car with their dad. Don't forget to tell your friends. All right, y'all. Gotta go. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for all the support. If it wasn't for y'all, I definitely wouldn't even be able to show y'all anything like this. So thank you. Right. And if you are in Atlanta and you want to go and purchase one of these, just go in the hood to all the corner stores. You know, the ones where the winos and stuff be hanging out at. Right there. You should be able to get one. I was just playing. Y'all be able to find them. I don't know. But you can. You'll be able to find them, purchase them. All right. We got to go. I got to get ready for tomorrow. So, you know you got to listen to my babies.
You know what you got to do.
You know. But you got to watch this commercial first. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I meant to say this at the beginning of the show. I'm so sorry. Big shout out to Mikey Shaw, Melt Me Fitness. Big ups. Melt Me Fitness started on PGT Time Network as of February the 1st. Okay? February the 1st. Anytime y'all at home, y'all want to get some fitness going on during y'all lunchtime and stuff, go on PGT Time Network. You will see her on there.
Amazing.
Very much so amazing. Mikey has juices that she sells that will help you with all areas of your sicknesses.
Excellent.
Yes, excellent. She has so many different herbs and all type of stuff that'll help you with healing. So please make sure y'all tune in and watch her. It will not be live, so you could go on Roku TV because it's only on there under PGT Time, right when y'all go and watch me, and y'all will see her own thumbnail, which is a picture for those that don't know about thumbnails. You'll see her picture. All you do is click on it, and baby, get ready to do your exercises. Okay?
Excellent.
All right. Shout out to you, girl. Here we go.
PGT Time is for the culture. Tune in every Saturday for the Weekend Spot, where the misses show crime in our Black community and showcase independent artists. Special surprise guests for the hottest interviews. Tune in each and every Saturday. Check out the flyer for showtimes.